Yeah, okay. Thanks, mate.
Got a problem, George?
There's a young boy gone missing. This is shaping up to be a busy night. Lucky for you, you're on leave.
Yeah, I'll send you a postcard.
Thank you.
A bacon sandwich for later, Jack. But don't tell the chef.
Thanks, love.
Hey! Come out of there! Control.
Rockingham Hall Hotel. Well, I hope they have a nice evening. Thank you. Sounds like a good party. Off your fortnights. Got your bucket and spade? Yes, thank you.
Bill, they found that missing boy. Dead in a dustbin in Patriot Street. Doc's on his way back to camp near DCI Peters.
He's had a high-level piss-up at the Rockingham Hall Hotel. So's Mullet. And what about Wonder Woman? She's supposed to be senior officer tonight. Who's Wonder Woman?
Just comes to us from Ferner Division. Looks like she switched her bleeper off.
Typical. Jack, hold on a minute. Not me, no. It's a dead kid. I need a senior officer. I'm supposed to be on holiday. All right, tell me what you got.
Dead boy, sir. We think he's Bobby Kirby. Reported missing this evening. Number 20 Lacey Street.
Parents?
Mother separated from father. She and the boyfriend nipped down the pub, left the kid watching telly. When they got back about 10 o'clock, he'd disappeared.
See, anyone told them?
No.
Good. Nice little job for Mr. Peters. All right, let's have a look. Who the bloody hell's that?
That's his guy, sir. Doc's on his way.
Poor little devil. What rotten bastard did that to you, Sonny?
Look out, Wonder Woman's there.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you?
Now get out of here.
I got one of those. Mine says Detective Inspector Frost.
I'm sorry, sir. I thought Inspector Peters was...
Yeah, and he thought that you were. That's why he went to a party. You switched your ruggy bleeper off, didn't you?
Sometimes I need a bit of personal space to myself, sir.
Tried round the world yachting. Don't do it again. Hello, here's Dr. Death.
Looks like he choked in his own vomit. You can move him whenever you want.
Oh, thanks. Time of death would be helpful.
Cold night, slows rigor down somewhere between 6 and 7 hours.
4 or 5 this evening,
Right, that means he didn't die here.
Do share your medical expertise with us, Inspector.
Well, the shops don't close till 6. That's when they put the rubbish out.
Yes. Yes, I'd guess he died elsewhere and was probably dumped here about 4 hours ago.
Excuse me, Doc.
Hmm?
DCI Peters isn't coming. He says, can you finish off here tonight and he'll take over in the morning.
Yeah, all right, thank you. That means we've got to go and inform the kid's family. Oh, well. Your car or mine, love?
Better take mine, and I'm not your love, sir.
But in that case, you can call me Gov, love.
Yes, sir. Reggie.
Bloody hell. You stay here.
Right, let's go inside. Sergeant, please take Mrs. Kirby inside.
Let's get ourselves.
You find a little sod, have you? I'll wring his neck when I see him.
Are you the boyfriend?
Yeah, Terry Green.
All right, Terry, can we go inside, please?
Yeah, come in.
It's bad news, isn't it? You'd have brought it
Why do you have to be so negative all the time about everything?
Excuse me, can we all calm down, please? Can we calm down? Thank you. Mrs. Kirby, would you mind sitting down? Terry, thank you. Right. Now, Mrs. Kirby, I'm afraid I've got to ask you a few questions. When Bobby went out tonight, he took his Guy Fawkes with him, didn't he? Can you tell me what it looked like?
What's a guy usually look like? Sorry.
Did it have a mask of an old man and a green zip-up jacket?
So, what are you telling me? He's dead. Sir.
Oh, thank you. Is this a photograph of Bobby?
It's his school photo. It was taken last week. Look, have you found him?
No, we haven't. We just found his guy. Remember when kids grew up in families?
Well, it's changed, hasn't it, Inspector?
Yeah, you're right there. Control from Alpha Bravo 24.
Go ahead, Jack.
The dead kid is not Bobby Kirby. Repeat, not Bobby Kirby. Which means we've got a murder and a missing boy, so you'll have to organise a search team. Pull in extra men if necessary.
Yes, Jack. So who's the dead kid?
I've no idea. Any other boy reported missing?
No, but the pathologist wants you over to the mortuary.
All right, I'm on my way. Come on, let's go.
Right. Sexual interference, none. If that was ever the intention, it wasn't carried out.
Good.
But other things were. First, there's a faint mark around the hairline, meaning something had been put over his head, a hairnet or a shower cap.
Shower cap?
Next, as well as being gagged with masking tape, he'd been anaesthetised with chloroform,
Well, why anaesthetise him?
presumably to aid the amputation.
What amputation?
The boy's left-hand little finger has been removed. A clean surgical cut above the knuckle with a sharp blade.
Was this before or after death?
Definitely before.
Poor little bastard.
Oh, I doubt he knew anything about it. That's why he was chloroformed. And I doubt they intended his death. That happened because he choked on his vomit. He'd eaten shortly before he died a frankfurter and bread roll.
Any idea what time he'd eaten it?
Died around 6:30, somewhere in the region of 5:30. Quite unusual, don't you think?
Yeah. Yes, I do. All right, Ellie. Thank you. Sir, good morning. Ah, hello, George.
Oh, good morning. I thought you were off on holiday.
Yeah, so did I. But the new bank manager here wanted to see me. I think he's a bit worried about me overdraft.
Oh, well, he must have had a bit of a night last night. I just had to take him an Alka-Seltzer.
You didn't?
Yes.
Anyway, what do you think of this new Nick, eh? What do you think about all this carpet? Whoever heard of a Nick with carpets? I mean, how are we going to hear when horn-rimmed Harry is on the prowl?
You won't, will you? Come in. You don't approve of our new building?
Yes, yes, I do, sir. Very nice. Pity to fill it up with all these coppers, though, isn't it?
Take a seat, Jim.
Right.
Now, I'm afraid something rather unpleasant happened last night.
No, no, sir.
Yes, there was a reception for senior officers at the Rockingham Hall Hotel.
I see you enjoyed it.
As a matter of fact, I didn't. On the way home, one of the cars skidded on a patch of oil and collided with a lamppost. 4 regional officers were in it. All of them sustained broken bones.
Shouldn't they all be in hospital, sir?
They are in hospital. Which means that DCI Peters has had to move to Lexford Division as from this morning. Which means that I need you here to take over his cases. And his paperwork. Now, I understand you've already started on the missing boy case.
What, just a minute, I'm on holiday. Didn't you get my postcard?
Yes, look, we'll make it up to you somehow, Jack.
Morning, sir.
Morning. I was just trying to work out how to get my pork pie into this new microwave.
Have you seen Chief Inspector Peters? I want to give him the file on the Bobby Kirby case.
Ah, Inspector Peters, he's in Lexford, love. Apparently 4 top men drank too much single malt last night, wrapped their car around a lamppost. So Mr. Peters has been seconded, and I'm taking over his caseload.
I see, sir.
Yes, all right, I don't like it either, especially as it makes us one man short.
I think you mean one person short, don't you, sir?
Yes. All right, okay. Can I have your attention, everybody? All right, all right. Right. Hope you're all settling into your nice new state-of-the-art offices. Right, well, listen, I've got some bad news and I've got some good news. Last night, DCI Formby was involved in a motor accident and broke both legs and an arm. Yes, I know. Now the bad news. DCI Peters has been seconded to Lexford, so that means I'm in charge of the missing child case. All right, okay, don't get excited. Now, Mr. Mullet, I'd say a few words, sir.
No.
Right, thank you. My beautiful assistant will now show the first slide. If you'd switch the lights off, sir. Thank you. Right, this is Bobby Kirby, age 9, of a no-parent family. He went missing last night between 7 and 10 p.m, whilst his mother and her boyfriend went down the boozer. We have one lead. That's this. That's his Guy Fawkes. It was found by Constable Packer amongst a load of rubbish in Patriot Street. Unfortunately, he found something else. Body of another boy. Now, we don't know who the victim is. All we do know is that he was naked, he'd been chloroformed, and he was gagged with masking tape. One other strange thing, someone had cut off his finger on his left hand. So think about it. Here we got a kid who disappears, dead for 24 hours, and no one reports him missing. So we've got a missing boy and a murder to solve. There is one clue. Half an hour before this little boy died, he ate a frankfurter.
Superintendent, might I have a word, sir?
Yes, good to come, my dear.
What's that about, Jack? It's Wonder Woman. She wants to be made up into acting DI.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
She's only been here a week. She thinks she owns the place.
Well, she wants to be in control. She doesn't know Hornham Harry yet, though, does she?
Jack, here. The vicar's picked up a naked girl in Crossfield Lane.
Well, it's wonderful how the Church of England's changing, isn't it?
Jack, she'd been abducted.
Oh, no, not another one. How was Mr. Mullet? Helpful, was he?
I found him very supportive.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's wonderful like that. Offer you promotion, did he?
He recognised that I work hard on my cases and I get results. And that I'm probably more highly qualified than any other officer. Make you anxious I'm ambitious?
Me? Oh, no. I used to be like that myself. Until I got shot in the head. Okay. Let's go and surprise Mr. Reggie Stansfield and family.
You know him already?
Oh, yes, I know Reggie Stansfield. I tell you what, Sergeant. Why don't you take charge of this case?
Well, about bloody time. I know you, don't I?
Yes, Mr. Stansfield. It was that arson attack on your office about 4 years ago.
Yes. Well, let's hope you do a better job this time.
Ah, well, I'm not in charge. This is the investigating officer, Detective Sergeant Maud.
I'm not being fobbed off, am I?
Oh, no, no, sir, no. She's first class. I'm second class. Well, if you'd like to invite us in, I'm sure the sergeant here would like to ask a few questions.
Yes, well, come in.
Right. Those bastards broke into my house, stole my wife's fur coats and jewellery, kidnapped my daughter and subjected her to a night of terror, and then they ripped me off for 25,000 quid. It's not been your day, Mr. Stansfield. Or should I say night. Where were you when this happened?
We'd gone out for a very nice evening to Phantom of the Opera. When we got back, I saw the door was open. I'd rather hear you tell it, Carol. I went to bed early, and I was just going to switch off the light when I heard breaking glass downstairs. And then the light went out, and then I tried to call the police, but the phone wouldn't work. And I heard someone coming upstairs, and this man came in with a knife. Go on, darling. I tried to scream, but he held the knife to my throat. I must have passed out. The next thing I knew, I was in the back of a van with a sack over me, and they tore my nightdress off.
Did they touch you? If they abused you, there are DNA tests.
No, they didn't do anything.
How long were you in the van, Carol?
Hours. They stopped in the woods and smoked, and then in the morning, someone banged on the side and said, "We've got the money." And then they pushed me out and drove off.
So you paid the ransom, sir?
The phone rang as soon as we got home. I was down at the bank the moment it opened.
And you could lay your hands on 25,000?
Well, obviously. You're not thinking of leaving, are you, Inspector? No, no, Mr. Stansfield. No, no. If you'd like to continue to answer the sergeant's questions, I'd just like to take a look round. Thank you. Morning, Hammond.
Inspector?
Morning. So, this is how they got in.
That's right, sir. Nobody leaves fingerprints anymore. Modern crooks, there's no consideration.
No. People are funny, aren't they? Go to all this expense to fit the security mortise lock, and look at that, look. They leave the key in the lock. How do they switch the electricity off?
Mains cupboard, sir. Above the microwave here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why would they do that, do you think?
Cut off the cordless phone.
Yeah, whenever I want my cordless phone to stop, I throw it against the wall.
Mind you, it was only off for a couple of minutes.
Well, they were pretty damn quick. They must have known the layout.
And the house has been on the market, sir. The owner reckons the intruders posed as prospective buyers.
Oh, well. He's got an answer for everything here, hasn't he? Frost?
I got the money from the bank and drove to Crossfield Road, like they said, and left it by the bridge.
Sergeant, time to go. Sorry, Mr. Stansfield, something rather important has come up. Now, wait a minute.
What can be more important than what's happened to Carol?
Sir, you told me that was my case. I'm getting full details of the abduction and
Oh, you think it's an abduction then, do you?
Sir, that girl was obviously traumatised. She's only 15. I suppose from the male point of view, that's not very serious, is it?
Now, listen. 4 years ago, Customs and Excise fingered Stansfield for a VAT fiddle. But lo and behold, the day before they went in, there was an arson attack on his office, so all the paperwork was destroyed. They never traced the arsonist.
And you think he started it himself?
That's my theory, yes, though I never proved it.
So now you got another theory that this is an insurance fraud. Yeah, well, there's only one snag, isn't there? The girl would have to be in on it as well. Come on, what kind of father's going to put his daughter through what she went through?
A father by the name of Reggie Stansfield.
Where are we going, sir?
A woman has just reported her 8-year-old son missing.
I thought he was in bed. I work at the Coconut Grove.
It's a casino.
I'm a dealer on the blackjack tables. 8 in the evening till 4 in the morning. You take what you can get, don't you? Usually I look in on Dean when I get back. But last night...
You brought someone home.
I'm not a tart, honest. I needed money. And some punters don't like knowing that there's a kid in the house.
And what was the name of this man?
I didn't ask. When he went, I just fell asleep and I woke up about half an hour ago and found Dean's bed hadn't been slept in. He's probably got himself lost, that's what's happened. I mean, we've only been in Denton a week.
And where was Dean going yesterday?
Gave him money for the pictures. Cannon Cinema in Princess Street.
And you told him to buy a Frankfurter?
How do you know that?
Mrs. Anderton?
Miss.
Sorry, Miss Anderton. Have you got any friends or relatives that you can call?
Oh, no. No.
Yes, come on, it's all right, it's going to be all right.
No.
Dean Anderton is dead. Bobby Kirby is missing, and we've got a child killer out there. I want you to pull your finger out. You're not making enough effort. I want someone to go down to the council yard and check every one of their rubbish sacks that they collected yesterday. Come.
Jack, sorry to interrupt. Sandy Longford's on the phone. Says it's urgent, and it's relevant to the case.
All right. Liz, take over.
Came this morning by hand. Inside, a letter and a tape. The letter's written on a dot matrix printer.
Yeah, what's that?
Comes off a computer.
Oh, Sandy, please.
Oh, sorry. By now my dabs will be all over it.
Yeah, but that would be when you photocopied it, wouldn't it? All right, go on. Put it in one of those plastic folders for me, will you? Oh, come on, read it to me.
I have Bobby Kirby. I require £500,000 from Sir Richard Cordwell, Managing Director, Cordwell Supermarkets, to be paid tonight in full. His company can well afford this and more. If he refuses and the money is not delivered, the boy will die, in circumstances in which I will never be identified. Sir Richard will be held responsible, as your paper will explain to the public. Sir Richard has been sent the same package, and his sign-off police interference, and the boy will die.
All right, play the tape.
My name is Bobby Kirby.
Cuts out there for a moment.
Poor little devil. Bastards are making him read it.
This is a message for Sir Richard Cordwell. If you do what the man says, he'll let me go. He says if you don't get him the money today, or if you try to find him or go to the police, you've got proof what will happen to me.
Well, is it genuine?
Yes, it is. This is what I was afraid of. This is a right clever dick, this is, isn't it?
Sick, Jack.
Sickest. You grab a kid, any kid will do it. Doesn't matter whether the parents can pay or not. Because then you get some big company with an image to protect. You put them through the ringer. And if anything goes wrong, public outrage won't be directed against the kidnapper. The company will take the blame.
It's a big story, Jack. I could sell it to the tabloids.
No, you won't. This is police property. Give me one of those plastic folders, will you? You are not going to report this. You keep stum, all right?
Biggest scoop I ever had.
And it still will be tomorrow, when the boy's safe.
You will treat Sir Richard with respect, won't you?
I shall treat him with my usual tact, sir.
Superintendent Mullet. Sir Richard's waiting. I'll show you the way.
What are you doing, Jack?
Just checking the tax list, sir.
Superintendent Mullet and Inspector Frost, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir. Yes, good morning, sir.
You do know what this is all about. I've received this letter and a tape.
And a gruesome memento.
May we take it the letter's genuine?
Could you tell us what it says?
It orders me to pay £500,000 in news notes at 8 tonight in exchange for the life of the kidnapped boy.
Yes, it's genuine. We've got one dead boy already. Can I have it, sir?
No, Inspector, it's addressed to me. Says if I cooperate with the police, the deal's off and the boy dies. Which rather destroys the point of the exercise.
All right, can you tell us how the deal is to be done so that after the exchange we can pick the kidnapper up?
If I have your word, there'll be no police involvement until it's over.
Well, that's extremely difficult.
Yes, you have my word.
Good. Sit down. I pack $500,000 in a bag and wait in my store in Market Street for telephoned instructions.
You can find that sort of money?
Yes, I can find that sort of money. The question is, do I want to? Have you got a photograph of,
Bobby Kirby, sir.
Nice looking boy. That's a good photo. What's the mother like?
Tearful, what do you expect?
Right, here's what we do. Contact the mother and see if there are any more pics.
Bobby as a baby would be nice.
Get a press release ready for the Nationals.
Right.
Are you going to pay the ransom?
Of course. Do you know what it costs to make one TV commercial? With this, I get several £1 million worth of publicity.
Do you mind if I put a tracer in amongst the money, sir?
I most certainly would. The aim of the exercise is to save the boy.
We need him on television with Sir Richard in the morning.
We also have to capture this man, Sir Richard. We believe he's murdered already. He might well do it again.
Well, you do what you like afterwards. It's no concern of mine. But I do things my way. This maniac's abducted a child to make money out of me. I'm responding with a commercial decision because the publicity is better than tuppence off a can of beans. That means no tricks and no transmitters. I expect you to keep your word there'll be no police involvement until it's over or the deal's off.
Yes, all right, sir, I will.
You've no business giving him your word.
It's all right, sir. I've no intention of keeping it. I'm a bit like Tricky Dicky in there. I do things my way.
Right. This is the start of business. Reggie Stansfield was already outside the bank when they opened. He's talking to the cashier. She's buzzing for the manager.
Now, why is she doing that?
We'd asked to draw out $25,000 in cash. Money had to be brought up from the vaults.
No wonder he looks worried.
Right, now hold it. Who is that?
How would I know?
What's he doing now?
He's waiting for the money to come up from the vault.
No, the other one, in the hood.
Well, it looks like he's taking money out of a cash dispenser.
Yeah. But look now, he's gone to the automatic deposit machine. Putting money back in.
Well, yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, why?
2 different transactions.
No. Playing for time.
What is this character's name?
Ian Grafton, 15A Fairfield Road.
Yeah?
Ian Grafton. Detective Sergeant Maud, Denton CID. Wonder if we could have a talk?
Try the fettuccine Alfredo, sir. It's real Keith Floyd. The vegetarian's very nice, Jack.
Yes, all right, thank you. Burton, I hope you're not going out flower arranging again tonight.
It's going to be a big op, is it?
Yes, as big as Hornrim Harry will permit.
Oh, dear Governor.
Yes, Jack, what can I get you?
Sausage and chips, please, love.
Oh, sorry, Jack, we don't serve that now.
All right. Can you give me a portion of chipolatas with a side serving of French fries, and can you open a tin of baked beans?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Right, George. Have you ever shopped at Cordwell's in Market Street?
I've been in there.
Right. You know they've got a row of public telephones right by the main entrance. I want them tapped. You know those little electronic bugging devices? I want you to get me one of those on the QT. Got to put it in with the money.
Well, it can be done, but how are you going to plant it?
Well, do you remember Tommy Dunstan? Tommy Dunstan, you remember him? Got the sack from the force for boozing.
Oh, him, yeah.
Well, you won't believe it, but he's a security guard at Cordwell's.
Handy.
I'm going to get him to Longtown.
How many cars?
4. It's all that Mullet let me know.
Not enough.
Yes, it will be, because I'll have a tracer.
Sir,
Yeah.
you know that bloke in the bank when Reggie Stansfield was there? Ian Grafton. He's got a van just like the one Carol was kidnapped in.
Sounds promising.
Trouble is, it was parked outside the bank at 9:30 when she was still being held.
Are you sure of that?
And you got a parking ticket.
Sounds a bit convenient, doesn't it?
No, did wonder.
You're not actually trying to tell me that I might be right for once.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, sir.
Well, thank you. Constant Ruth. What a pun. What is all this?
Well, there's a note here, Jack, from Forensic.
What's it say?
All this stuff was found in the canal this morning.
So what is it?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? What I want you to do is to take this round to Reggie Stansfield, who in fact identified the lot. And I want you to take them round to an insurance assessor and find out what they're really worth.
Not a lot, I should think.
Not now, you pillock, before they went into the canal. Then I want you to find out what Reggie Stansfield insured them for. All right? Now, keep your eye on them. I want you back here by 6 o'clock for the briefing. Now, go on, off you go.
Hello, George. Hello, Tommy.
Hello, Jack. All right. You're here. Well, I see Dent and Nick's gone up in a whirl. Oh, cheese. Yes, first step to privatisation. Sit down. They're making Mr. Mullet head of Ofpol. Anyway, I want you to do something for me.
You know my usual question, Mr. Frost.
Yes, I know. What's in it for me? Right, this is the big one. We get it right and we'll catch this blackmailer, this sadist, this murderer. If we get it wrong, Bobby Kirby will be killed. So, everything's got to be 100%. Now then, this is the mark. Sir Richard Cordwell of Cordwell Supermarkets. Tactics, discreet surveillance. That means the blackmailer mustn't know we're there and Sir Richard mustn't know we're there. Otherwise the operation is aborted. Now then, we start tailing Sir Richard the moment he leaves his house. He'll probably drive to the supermarket in his roller. Collier will be in the store in radio communication, watching the public telephones. Now, our man will make contact with those phones at 8 o'clock. Now, they're all tapped and linked into control. Is that right, Don?
Right, Gov.
Good. George, you're waiting outside the car park entrance. You take over from Burton. Other cars will be in the area. You shouldn't have any trouble following the car because of the tracer.
Cordwell's approaching the supermarket.
Okay, Jack. I've got him now.
He's here, sir. Something's happening. No, I've lost it.
Collier, what's happening?
Okay. Yeah, I'm in household goods and I'm heading towards delicatessen. I've got him. He's on the phone at the customer services desk.
Cunning sod. Not using the public kiosk.
He's moving again. Into the back of the store.
All right. Don't worry, Collier. He'll be out in a minute with the money. Doolan, stand by in the front car park.
Jack, I want a word.
Not now, sir, please.
I hope this operation doesn't depend on Tommy Dunstan planting a tracer.
Why?
Dunstan's just got himself detained for stealing 2 bottles of whiskey from his employer.
It's all right, sir. The tracer is still working. All right, Collier, where are you? Collier, come in. Collier. Collier, come in, will you?
What's happening?
Sorry, Gov. A nice reception in the back car park.
Spencer, but he's carrying a bag and he's changed cars.
What?
Light-coloured Vauxhall Monterey. Index number November 760. Echo...
Why isn't the tracer moving?
Bloody hell. Tommy, you brat.
See what happens when you use rubbish like Dunstan?
Yeah, but it's too late to worry about that now, sir. Burton, where are you?
Off-road, sir, heading south.
Any sightings?
No, sir.
Doolan.
Driving out of front car park now.
Come on, Brady, you take over.
It's a monumental cock-up, isn't it, Jack? Well, what are you doing now?
Well, I'm going to go down there, Liz. You come.
What good will that do?
I have no idea.
Where are we going, sir?
Well, where else would you go for a handover? Or a leg over, come to that. Denton Woods.
What's this, another hunch?
Yes. Well, what else have we got? All right, so I screwed up. I shouldn't have used Tommy Dunstan. Horner Harry was right. But then again, he should have given us more mobiles.
Gov, we found him. We just passed Burton the Sandown Road. Burton's on his tail now, heading for Denton Woods.
I told you, darling. What's occurring?
He's out of the car.
Has he done the drop yet?
He must have made it already. The bag's gone. Moving back to the car.
Can't be going closer.
It's open ground. Anybody waiting there would see you. If he's here, he'd have to be in those trees.
What's that? Over there.
Very good, sir. There's a car. The lights are out.
All the cars in those trees have got their lights. They don't come on again until they're looking for the girl's knickers afterwards. Is there anyone in it?
Inspector, another car.
Oh. Can you see what the index number is on it?
I can't get it from here.
Come on, we'll have to get closer then, won't we? Got it. Check it. 7 kilo 46. Someone's getting out.
Has he got a gun?
No, I don't think it's a gun. Well, don't believe it. Any exercising his pooch.
He's going to drive the kidnapper away.
It must be him. Why doesn't he come out again?
The index. Henry Allen Finch, 14 Lincoln Avenue, Denton. We're checking his record on the computer.
Maybe he's got another car. He's got another on the side.
Nothing been clean.
Record's clean.
Oh, come on, let's go and take a look.
What's that?
Through here.
All right. Call for an ambulance, quick.
Ambulance for Denton Heath off Forest Road, sir.
All right, don't worry, you'll be all right. Where's the bag?
Must have gone.
Bloody hell. It's an escort. Where's the radio? Message to all mobiles. I want to talk to the occupants of a Ford Escort, lightish colouring, leaving Denton Heath by the way of Forest Road.
Got an index check?
It's got 4 wheels and 2 red lights at the back. Is that all right? Probably got 2 people inside.
Jack, this is Mullins. What the hell's going on?
No, everything's under control, so just a slight hiccup.
Well, you better come and see me first thing.
You silly, stupid bastard! Don't you understand traffic lights?
Yes, I'm sorry, love.
Are you drunk? I'm calling the police.
I am the police.
I know you. Sergeant Jack Frost.
Detective Inspector Frost.
No, go on.
Do I know you?
You ought to, you sod. Number of times you've run me in.
Kitty. Kitty Rayford.
Go on. Tell me I haven't changed a bit.
All right, you haven't changed a bit. I hope I haven't put a scratch on your nice big Bentley.
A scratch, you pig. That's 1,000 quid's worth of damage.
You what?
Oh, go on. Have it on me. I'll tell the insurance the other car didn't stop.
Oh, you're an angel, Kitty.
I owe you a few favours. Mr. Finch,
Who are you?
I'm a policewoman. Detective Sergeant Maud.
Where's my dog?
At the station. Being looked after. How are you, Mr. Finch?
I'm fine. Just keeping him in overnight for observation. I'll be home in the morning.
What are you doing on Denton Common tonight?
Doing? Taking the dog for a run.
You were attacked, sir. We need to know what happened. We saw you draw up in the car.
You saw me. What were you doing there?
Lucky we were, sir. You died of pneumonia. You didn't get out of the car right away.
It was pouring. I didn't want to disappoint Pippa.
Pippa?
The dog.
So you threw the ball about, tossed it into the bushes.
Well, she wouldn't go after it. I put it back in the car, and I went to look for the ball. It was a fairy, you see. And I saw a holdall in the bushes. Brand new it was. So I decided to take it home and give it to the police in the morning. Suddenly this loud appeared out of the blue. Hit me over the head with a brick or something.
There, that's better.
Right, thank you. It's a nice place you got here, Kitty. You've done well.
And to think you once run me in for keeping a disorderly house.
You're still at it, are you?
Different branch, really. I got married. Except he's gone.
Oh, right, sorry.
He was very old.
Yeah, well, I know the feeling. I'm getting past it myself, but I keep going.
Don't be so bloody sorry for yourself.
I'm not. I was once, but I'm not anymore. Oh, blimey, this coffee. It's even better stuff running out of stables.
Get it down, you. You had a shock. I couldn't send you back to your wife in that state.
You'd have a job, Kitty. She's dead.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Must be lonely without her.
It was lonely with her, to tell you the truth.
You poor old sod. You know you can stay here if you like.
Beg your pardon?
If you're going deaf, Jack, forget it. I don't sleep with deaf men.
Dearest Maud here in the interview room. Tell D.I. Frost Mr. Finch is looking at mugshots.
A grim gallery, aren't they? Ah. There he is. That's him.
You're positive?
Absolutely positive.
Thank you, Mr. Finch. You wait here, I'll go and check him out.
Jack!
Yes.
Sir Richard has been on the phone all morning. You might like to know he's going to go ahead with his press conference at 12 o'clock. Only now he intends to tell the whole world about last night's police fiasco.
It's not a fiasco.
May I remind you the boy hasn't been released and is presumably in the greatest danger?
Look, this old bloke turned up last night with his dog and interrupted the kidnapper. It's all right. He's made a positive identification and we'll be making an arrest shortly.
Sir,
It's all right now. Carry on.
well, there's a slight complication, sir. The man, Mr. Finch, positively identified, he's in the remand centre at Bicester. Been there for the past 2 weeks.
Typical, Jack, isn't it? Just typical.
I'm so sorry, I could have sworn it was him. If it wasn't, it was someone very like him.
Unfortunately, the courts don't like lookalikes. For some reason, they insist on the real thing.
I'm so sorry. Come on, Bill.
Don't worry, we'll catch him.
When you do give me a shout, I'll be glad to identify him.
Yeah, or someone very much like him.
Jack.
Yeah.
Sir, the Stansfield case, do you mind if I put a tail on Grafton?
No, it's fine by me. Better check it out with Mullet first. Oh, by the way, has Mullet mentioned anything to you about promotion?
No, sir.
Jack, that's some way to see you.
Well, now, I told Princess Di not to bother me at work.
Interview room 1. Tommy Dunstan.
Right. Thank you.
Sorry, sir.
Well, you dropped me right ruddy well in it, didn't you? What happened to you last night?
A silly mistake. I'd come in without my wallet and suddenly remembered I needed a couple of bottles of scotch. You know it is, Jack.
Yes, I know how it is. I should have known better.
Look, you're in with old Cardwell. Can't you get him to drop the charges?
Me in with Caldwell? He wants my private parts on a plate. What do you want to talk to me about, anyway?
Listen, Jack, I've got something on him you might be able to use as a lever. Do you remember those forged 10s and 20s we had in town a year back?
Well, what about him?
Cardwell got lumbered. About 40,000 quid. 3 days peak trading. Anyway, the bank called to say we were taking forgeries. Cardwell checked his safe and went berserk.
I'm glad it had a happy ending.
Oh, no. He shoves it back in the safe. Swears all the stuff to secrecy. Mouth shut or it's the chop. Since then, he's been passing small amounts through all the branches. It goes in the tills and comes out in the customer's change.
Tricky Dicky Caldwell. I bet there was some in the ransom money, wasn't there?
About 20,000 quid. I was on security duty when he made it up.
We might both be off the hook, Tommy. I'd still bake a cake with a file in it, though, just in case.
I didn't expect to see you here. I thought you were going through the help wanted ads. You obviously get very well paid for screwing things up. You ruined that operation.
May we have a word in private, Sir Richard?
Why, something happened?
Yes, it has.
I'll be with you in a moment, Fiona. Get in the car. Got the kidnapper? Got Bobby Kirby back?
No, sir, not yet.
You're wasting my time. You blew it. You mounted an inadequate surveillance operation against your promise. You put cars on my tail and you let the kidnapper get away. Now, because he knows the police are involved, he won't release the boy. I hope your conscience is hurting.
Maybe there's another reason why the kidnapper failed to keep his side of the bargain. Maybe he didn't want to be paid in forged notes.
You're a bastard, Frost.
Takes one to know one.
I presume you're inviting me to buy my way out.
Yes.
All right, how much?
Cancel your press conference, drop all charges against Tommy Dunstan, and let me have all the information on those forged notes. You'll be pleased to know that all the furs and jewellery were over-insured, so I still think it's Stansfield.
I still think you're wrong.
Jack, some of that funny money's turned up. £6,500 paid in, over 1,000 in duds.
Bloke traded in a grey Ford Escort, bought a new set of wheels and gave a false address. Car's been spotted on Whackmore Estate. Burton's waiting there.
Look at it, sir, up there. It's about as subtle as a stripper in a monastery.
Any idea where the owner lives?
On a street like this, you just grab a vacant space.
Better be careful, sir. If he has got Bobby, he could end up with a hostage situation.
All right, leave it to me. Good. I'm a police officer. All right, come on, let's have it. Come on. Music, go off. All right, Sam, all right. Calm down. Let's get him inside. Come on. All right, come on. Now then, I don't want this recorded. Now, wait a minute. First thing. thing. Simple question. Where's Bobby Kirby?
I'm not wasting my breath. I've been here all afternoon answering the same bloody questions.
All right. Leave the room, Constable. Sir? Get out! Isn't this cosy? Just the three of us. Sergeant, do you recognise these two lads?
No.
I'll help you. This one is Bobby Kirby, the boy you kidnapped, and this one is Dean Anderton, the boy you killed.
Look, I've already told you.
All right, now listen. I've been up on Denton Heath half the night. And I'll tell you how I think it went, shall I? You kidnapped one of those boys and you killed the other. Then you sent a ransom note, and last night you went to Denton Heath to collect. Unfortunately, some poor old boy got in the way, so you clumped him one and snatched the money. Now, you thinking the money was untraceable, you went on a spending spree. But what you didn't know was, we had a list of all the serial numbers. So we've got you banged to rights, and I'm tired of listening to your lies, so much so that I'm not even bothering to record them.
All right. All right. Look, I was there on Denton Heath. I was with a girl.
Right. Now we're getting somewhere. You expect me to believe you went to Denton Woods last night in that foul weather for a bonk?
Well, Cindy's a married woman, Inspector. We saw a car stop and a bloke nip out with a bag and hide it in the bushes. I thought I'd have a look.
You didn't get out straight away. Took a long time.
Oh, it took Cindy a long time, if you know what I mean. Look, when I went to where the bag was, there was an old bloke ferreting about. He was looking for something. And he picked up the bag from the bushes. I tried to grab it, but he put up a bit of a fight. So I hit him with a lump of wood and snatched the bag. And then I saw all that cash. Well, I couldn't believe my luck. And I don't know anything about them. You see, the night they were snatched, I was working as a barman. I bet 50 people could give me an alibi.
Well, it's not him. He's too stupid. Let's go through it again. Eh? Kidnapper's motives. All right? He kidnaps a kid in order to hold to ransom a supermarket. The kid dies, so what does he do? He calmly goes out and gets another one. And why? Why didn't he just hide Dean and then pretend he was still alive?
He needed a boy alive to make the appeal to Sir Richard.
Yes. Yes, that's all right, that fits. He needed a finger. He needed a crying boy to tug at Caldwell's heartstrings. If he got any. Wait a minute, I've got another problem now. So the demands are met, right? But he doesn't turn up to pick up the money. Why?
Something prevented him.
It must have been late in the day, though, mustn't it? 5 minutes earlier, he was on the phone to Caldwell.
Maybe the money's not important. Maybe the aim is to get at the supermarket.
Or he spotted us. Wouldn't have been hard after Finch turned up.
Maybe there is another possibility that's staring us in the face. Maybe the kidnapper did turn up. Someone snatched the money from him.
What do you mean, Finch? The old man with the dog?
Yeah. Think about it. It's peeing down with rain. I mean, what person in his right mind goes out and chucks a ball for a dog?
Oh, come on, Jag. Lots of people are methodical. That doesn't make them kidnappers.
Yeah, but most people don't throw a ball where £500,000 in cash is stashed, do they? Which reminds me, just a second. What did Hudson say in his statement? It said, when I was there, yeah, it said, there was this old bloke ferreting about looking for something. Looking for something.
The dog's ball.
No. When we found Finch, he had the ball in his pocket. So what was he looking for?
The money.
Thank you, my darling. The money. All right, if it is him, how do we play it?
Long and slow.
Can't afford long. He's killed one kid already. He'll think nothing about killing another. Doesn't give a damn about kids. All he seems to be interested in is blackmailing Caldwell. Why?
Would he be strong enough to do it, though? I mean, I've seen his hospital case notes. He's terminally ill. He's got an inoperable tumour.
Maybe he's got a score to settle.
With the supermarket.
While he's still able.
Well, let's get a warrant and search his house.
No. The kid won't be there. Finch is a clever bastard. Why do you think he stripped Dean Anderton so that he wouldn't leave a clue, even a shower cap, so there wouldn't be a hair to trace him? No. This is going to need a lot of tact and subtlety.
Someone there.
Good afternoon, Mr. Finch.
Hello, we're just going out.
Oh, right, yes. I'm sorry to bother you, but we've had a bit of luck. We've caught the man who attacked you and stole the bag.
Oh, glad to hear it. How can I help you?
Well, you did say that you would be able to identify the man.
Has he admitted kidnapping that poor young boy?
No, he hasn't. He's been lying his head off. He said that he came across the bag by chance and you tried to take it away from him.
Oh, that's ridiculous. He hit me and put me in hospital.
Yeah, well, I know that, and you know that, but there is just one other thing. I hope you don't mind. I know it's a bloody cheek, but could I have a look round your house?
Why would you want to do that?
Well, you see, this man, he denies all knowledge of the kidnapping, and what he's saying that you were there with the express purpose of collecting the ransom money.
Absurd! I came across that bag purely by chance.
Yes, I know, so you see, the thing is that when I get him to court, his brief is going to want to know why I didn't search your house to see if the boy was hidden there.
I suppose you have some kind of warrant?
Well, actually, I didn't think it warranted a warrant, if you see what I mean. Now, the thing is, I don't take it seriously, but would you mind just take a couple of minutes?
Right, come in.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, what have we got here? Right. Bathroom? This would be the lounge here, would it?
Yes?
Yes, well, seems to be, all right. And what? Kitchen through there?
Excuse me, Inspector.
Yes?
Message from the station. They want to hold the identity parade right away.
I'm busy, Lambert. Can't you wait 5 minutes?
They've got our men lined up, sir.
Mr. Finch, terribly sorry, but would you mind going along with this police officer in his car? I'll follow on in a couple of minutes.
Car's waiting, sir.
You will lock the front door properly when you go out.
Yes, of course I will, sir. Thank you. All right, come on, let's have you. Right, now don't forget, I want you to be absolutely thorough. Put everything back in its place. Finch mustn't know that we've been here. And what you're looking for anything that will prove that the kid was here. You're looking for hair, you're looking for fibre, you're looking for blood. And don't forget, we're also looking for a cassette recorder, we're looking for a computer printer, and we're also looking for a bottle of chloroform. So if any of... What's that? That's a computer, isn't it?
Sorry, sir, that's the wrong kind. This is a daisy wheel.
Oh, see, it would be. Listen, he'll be getting suspicious. I'd better be off. Okay. Now, don't forget, put everything back in its place. Close the door behind you. There's a good boy. All right, come on then, everyone. Let's get at it.
Guys, we haven't got very long now.
Oh, sorry I'm late. Had a radio call on the way back. So, how did you get on with the identity parade?
They haven't held it. I'm not impressed with your efficiency.
No, I'm sure you're not, sir. Sergeant, check that out for me, will you? Thank you.
Did you find anything?
At your house? No. I didn't really expect to. I closed the door after me, as you requested.
Oh, good.
Yes.
So, seems the identity parade won't be necessary. Hudson signed a statement saying he assaulted Mr. Finch and took the money.
And the kidnapping, did he admit to that?
No, he didn't. In fact, he had an alibi.
Oh, dear. Well, that's that. Oh, Mr. Finch, I wonder if you'd mind going with the detective sergeant here and identify the hold-all for me.
You mean that's all?
Yes, that's all. You've been very helpful. Detective Sergeant Maud here will give you a lift home.
Rather a wasted afternoon, isn't it, Mr. Frost? Come on. Come.
Burton, it's Frost. Did you find anything at Finch's? He's still in the building.
Nothing, sir. It's clean. No sign the boys ever been here.
All right.
Get everyone out of there.
Wake up.
Come on, everyone. Out now.
I know it's Finch. He's got that boy. Hasn't got him in the house. That's why he's so ruddy cool.
Perhaps he's got an accomplice.
Don't know what Finch know. He's a loner. He's got that kid somewhere near. I mean, even if he's bound and gagged, he's got to feed him, isn't he?
Jack, forget this Bobby Kirby case for one night, and I'll make you a really good dinner. Here, put the telly on.
Yeah, all right.
And the companies say that unless there's an upturn in trade, they might have to consider asking for voluntary redundancies.
Ah, Jack. There are going to be some big changes in this division.
What, are they moving you on, sir?
No, they are not moving me on. Have you seen these? Have you got any leads left at all, Jack? We're being pilloried.
Well, don't worry about being pilloried. The trouble with this is it just makes more work. There'll be hundreds more sightings, and it'll just rattle the kidnapper.
It's the last thing we need.
Do I have your permission to continue to follow Finch?
Finch? You've been over that man's house with a tooth comb and his car. Any more pressure on Finch will have you for police harassment.
I know he did it.
You do not. You think you do. Well, you'd better be right. Otherwise you'll be in even more trouble.
Thank you.
And don't you go using police resources without my permission.
No, sir.
And I'm expecting some developments in the Stansfield case.
Stansfield? Yes, sir. Collier, I'm expecting developments in the Stansfield case. Anything on Ian Grafton?
No, sir. Well, no, since he had that new sound system delivered.
New sound system? He's on the dole. Why didn't you tell me you were spending money?
I did, sir. I left a report on your voicemail.
A voicemail?
Have I done something wrong, Gov?
You've done something. Sergeant Moore! Leave the door. Oh, yes, I'm out. Oh, that's it. Oh, I love you. Oh, that's it. Come on, cut it off. Turn it off. Who the else do you think you are?
Police inspector.
Yes, that's right, Carol, and these are your friends. Well, what have we got here? Look at this. I see that you've all shopped till you've dropped, haven't you? Who are you?
I'm Tracy Neal.
And you're Carol's best friend from school.
Yeah, how did you know that?
It's called intuition, Tracy, something I've been suffering from since I met Carol. All right, come on, let's have a look round.
And you two both be at school? We didn't feel like it. It's boring.
Is there anything wrong with us playing music?
Only not when I'm talking.
Sir.
What? What have we got here? Eh? Oh, look at this. Daddy's money. Or what's left of it. I suppose this was your idea, was it, Mr. Grafton?
No, it wasn't.
It was Carol's idea. We just went along for a laugh.
Oh, really? Right, well, come on, Carol. I'm taking you home. See if your mum and dad found it fun. Come on, Carol. Here.
You did what?
I don't understand. Why would she want to rob her own parents?
Why, Carol? Why? I gave you everything.
We were worried sick about what happened to you that night. So come on then. What did happen?
Go on, Sergeant. Explain it.
Carol's friends Ian Grafton and Tracy Neal broke in here to make it look like a real burglary and took Carol to Denton Woods in Ian's van. Then Ian followed you to the bank and watched you get the money.
You knew I'd get the money.
It wasn't just for that. It was so there'd be an alibi. Ian wanted to get a parking ticket to show it couldn't have been his van I was being held in. Why did you dump my jewellery and furs? Didn't know what else to do with them. Ian said we get caught if we try to sell them.
Then what the hell did you take them for?
To spite you, you dumb bitch.
I didn't rob from my parents. She's not my real mother, and he gives her everything, clothes and furs and jewellery. She only married him for his money. Why did she get it all? What about me? What about you? What about you? What about you, Steve?
Calm down.
Hello, Mr. Finch.
Oh, you again.
Yes, that's me again. Hello, Pippa. Glad I've seen you. I was hoping you might be able to help me with my little problems.
Oh? What problems are that?
Well, I'm looking for a very clever kidnapper who went to a lot of trouble to hold Caldwell's stores to ransom. He asked for £500,000. The trouble was, the other night, he didn't turn up to pick it up. I wonder, why do you think that was?
I really have no idea.
Two people did turn up that night. One was a Mr. Hudson and the other was you. Now, Mr. Hudson has got an alibi for the night of the kidnapping. Where were you?
I was at home that night.
But you took Pippa for a walk.
I always walk the dog.
Miss Finch, you recognise these two boys?
No, I don't.
Very ruthless man, this kidnapper.
Now look, if you have anything at all to tie me to this crime, please charge me. If you haven't, leave me alone. Now come along, Pippa.
All right, come on. This is it. Make or break. Strip everything. Peel the wallpaper off if necessary, but find me something somewhere that takes me to that kid. Yes.
Hello. I see. Hello. Who are you people? Are you a gang?
No, it's all right, madam. No, don't worry, we're the police.
That's Mr. Finch's house. He isn't in any kind of trouble, is he?
No, not at all. He's given us permission to look round.
I live next door. We like to keep an eye on each other round here.
Very good, that's very commendable. You live here, do you?
Yes, that's right.
I wonder, would you mind if I popped in to see you for a moment?
Oh, no, of course not.
Thank you. So, you've got no idea where Mr. Finch may have gone?
Oh, I know scarcely anything about him. He's a very private man. But I used to chat with his wife often. Of course, that stopped when she died.
Yes, well, of course it would, wouldn't it?
You know she killed herself.
Yeah.
Took an overdose. That was after she lost her job at the supermarket.
The supermarket?
Oh, yes. She had a very good post as accounts lady at Caldwell's. But they dispensed with her services about a year ago. She died soon after. They say he never got over it. Oh, do move, Braveheart, if she's in your way.
Braveheart?
Oh, dear. I do hope she hasn't been naughty. She has a touch of flatulence.
Is that what it is? She's not selfish with it, is she? How does she get on with Mr. Finch's dog?
Oh, that's not Mr. Finch's dog. He's looking after it for friends while they're away on holiday.
Is he really? Burton, where are you?
Down, sir.
Right, did you see the neighbours? What did you chat about, the weather? Anything?
No, nothing, sir.
Carry on. Listen, holiday postcards. Have you seen any?
The mail, please, actually.
Dear Harry, Benidorm is wonderfully hot, and we pity you shivering away in Denton. Yes, do pay the milk bill for us, and we'll settle up next week. Edie and Wilf. Please pay the milk bill. What does that mean?
Means they want him to pay a milk bill.
Yeah, but why would Finch pay their milk bill?
He's looking after their house while they're on holiday.
Exactly, an empty house, a key. An address book?
Didn't find one. There must be loads of Edie and Wilfs.
Oh, you're right. See if you can find an address book. I'm going to have a word with Mrs. Way. Oh, there you are. I was just coming to have a word with you.
Oh.
Yes. Could you tell me, do you know an Edie and Wilf?
Edie and Wilf? I never heard of them.
Oh. What about Wilf and Edie?
Oh, Wilfred and Edith. The Watkins. A very nice couple. Retired chemists, you know. They live in Wright's Lane. It's lovely around there. You should go and have a look.
What's that noise?
Vacuum cleaner, but you wouldn't know about that.
No, you're right. Who's there? Police! Just a minute. Come on! Open up!
Oh, Mr. Frost, twice in one day.
Yes, I want to search these premises.
Still about that missing boy?
Yes, it's about the missing boy, Mr. Finch.
Then I waive my right to demand a warrant. Search where you like, but do have your fee.
All right, come on, let's go. George.
And don't mind Pippa. I've just been cleaning the place. It belongs to friends who'll come back from Spain tomorrow, but what makes you think the boy might be here?
Because you are, Mr. Finch.
This is getting tedious, Mr. Frost.
Sir?
Here.
Small bedroom.
There's a stain, sir.
Take this now.
Chloroform?
Might be.
Right, get forensic up here.
You'll find it's dry cleaning fluid. The dog bed is standing on the carpet. I cleaned it just now.
I see. What about the bedding?
In the washing machine. Pippa slept on it.
You're a very tidy man, aren't you, Mr. Finch?
Indeed, yes.
Sir, dot matrix printer in the study.
Thank you.
It matches the kind used for the ransom demand. Can't prove it's the one, though. Doesn't have a typeface. Just little pins.
Well, what about the tape, Hammond? Can't we examine it?
No, sir. See, the ribbon is a continuous loop, so letters print over other letters. It's impossible to unscramble. And in any case, it's just been replaced.
Oh, all right. Examine all the waste bins and the dustbin. He's playing with us. I know that boy was here up to a couple of hours ago.
Jack, just found that.
Chloroform.
My friend ran a chemist shop. I hope you're not suggesting he had anything to do with this. I mean, he's been in Spain for a month.
You seem to find this rather amusing, Mr. Finch. May I remind you that we're looking for a kidnapped boy who may be dead, and you are responsible.
All I find amusing is the time you're wasting. I mean, can you find one single thing that proves I have anything to do with this?
Get into the station.
Well, Billy, nothing yet good. Well?
Hammond, come here a minute. There's mud on this car tire.
Mud? Is it really, sir?
Yes, there is, really. Can we trace it?
I think for once we can, sir. Yeah, I'd say it comes from the lane outside, if that's any help, sir.
About as helpful as you've been all day. It's fresh.
Oh, yes, it's very fresh, sir.
Thank you. I'm sure he had that boy here in this house a couple of hours ago.
Well, then he can't be far, sir.
Is someone looking after Pippa, Mr. Frost?
Forget about the dog, Finch. I care about the boy. Where is he?
I've no idea.
This afternoon you went out in your friend's car. Where did you go?
I went to get bread for Wilf and Edie.
Listen, when you came back, you washed it, didn't you? And you cleaned it outside and in. Why?
When I borrow things, I like to return them in good order.
to that boy to Denton Heath, didn't you?
Did I? Really, Mr. Frost?
It won't be so funny when we find that boy. I didn't know your wife worked for Cordwell.
I don't believe you asked.
No, I didn't. How long was she there?
A working lifetime, Mr. Frost.
She was in the accounts department, wasn't she? And she lost her job.
That must have upset her.
It devastated her. That job was alive. She gave up having children because of it. She gave 18 years of honest service, and then she was fired. She took an overdose. But then, modern merchandising is a cutthroat business, isn't it? And cutthroat business is cutthroats.
You must have blamed Richard Cordwell for her death.
Cordwell is a profiteer, who in the course of building his shoddy empire is quite prepared to sacrifice human lives.
So are you, aren't you? For revenge.
Inspector, when I lost my wife, I could have done anything, even committed physical violence. But time has numbed the pain. Besides, any hatred I felt could never have been satisfied by money. Mr. Frost, now that my wife is gone and I don't have long to live, so what would I do with a ransom?
Hello? Sir?
I've got a little surprise for you. I don't think you've met Sir Richard Cordwell.
No. My wife has, of course. My late wife, that is.
I trust that nothing we say here is to be recorded, Inspector. All tapes removed, all devices switched off.
Yes, you have my word.
Yes, I remember your word. Now then, Mr. Finch. I've looked up your wife's file. At Cordwell's, we employ a no whistleblowing policy. That means we don't speak to our competitors or the press. Aileen Finch was on the point of breaching that rule when I asked her to leave.
My wife simply wished to warn the local media that there was forged money in the tills. She was a very honest woman, Sir Richard.
Very well. One businessman to another. What do you want to do about it?
Just a minute, just a minute. We've got a missing boy out there. Now, where is he, Finch?
You still seem to think I'm the kidnapper, Mr. Frost.
Where's Bobby Kirby?
If the kidnapper told you where the boy was, he'd seal his guilt. And he wouldn't have achieved his intentions.
His intentions were to get Sir Richard Cordwell to part with some of that funny money so he could expose him. But unfortunately, it went wrong and he didn't pick it up.
Please have confidence, nothing to do with me.
But you did want the publicity, didn't you, Sir Richard? Who was the man with a big smile, the shopper's friend? Would you gladly rob the public and destroy an employee who gets in your way?
All right, Mr. Finch. You want compensation? I'm willing to settle. You release the boy, and I'll pay you $500,000. And as much again to any charity you name, and no publicity.
And all charges dropped? All evidence destroyed?
I'll speak to my friend, the Chief Constable.
No, you won't, Sir Richard Cordwell. Sit down. Now, I'm sorry, but I've got a very strict superintendent who makes me play by the rules. In case you're forgetting, we've got one dead boy already and another one out there in danger. Now, Mr. Finch, I could ask the court to be lenient. I could say that Dean's death wasn't intended and that you cooperated fully over Bobby Kirby. And you would, well, you'd be out in, say, 5 years.
I don't have 5 years. Who's Dean?
Dean is the first boy you killed.
I've never killed anybody. Awfully cold for the time of year, isn't it? If Bobby Kirby was out in this, he'd probably be dead by morning.
Where's Bobby Kirby?
I know the kidnapper could tell you that. If he kept his mouth shut, the boy would die and he'd walk free. Do a deal, the boy lives, and he still walks free.
All right, Finch. I'll make you a promise. Whether I find the boy alive or dead, I'm gonna nail you.
Has he confessed yet?
No. He wanted to do a deal and I wouldn't. So now he's prepared to let that little boy die just so that Caldwell won't come out on top. They're two of a kind. You know, something happened today when we went to that house in Wrights Lane. I'm sure it's important. I just can't put my finger on it. What was it? What did we do? What happened? Go through it.
We rang the doorbell. Finch was in the hall with Pippa. You said police. He said just a minute. He opened the door.
Just a minute. Just a minute. What did he do in that just a minute? Grab something? Perhaps he hid something. Okay. Somewhere in this area, something that took just a few seconds. If you wanted to hide something quickly, where would you hide?
And the coat rack, sir. Plate shelves.
All right, let's have a look. Didn't anyone search these coats?
Should have done, sir.
No, they should have done, but did they? What's this? If they did, they would have found that this belonged to Finch. It's a receipt here. At his garage, petrol. Dated today. That'll do.
Well, what are we looking for?
Blue Volvo Estate, probably a couple of hours ago. There, hold it. That's it. Is there anyone else in that car?
Can't tell.
This road runs past Denton Mill, doesn't it?
Yeah, along the river.
Right. Get hold of that tape. Guard it like your grandmother's silver. Liz, get under control. Get the search party moved to Denton Mill. Don't tell Mullet. Anything? Nothing yet, Gus.
Thanks, sir.
Keep looking. Jack!
Who authorised all this?
Well, I tried to phone you at home, sir, but no one answered.
Haven't been more than 6 foot from the phone all evening.
Oh.
So, Finch has told you where the boy is, has he?
Not exactly, no, sir. Jack! Jack! Down here! Waders. He's been in the water. The hiding place is round here somewhere. The boy must be here, I'm sure of it. All right, George, give me that torch. You search this side of the bank, see if you can find a boat. Burton, you come with me.
Good, you come with me.
Jack, you'll drown yourself. Yeah, anything for you, sir. Find your torch in here. Right, come on. Bobby? Bobby Kirby? Bobby, can you hear me? Are you there, son? What's there?
there, look. That door. Yeah. Come here. Get hold of this hook, will you? Get him in there. Right, I got him. He's here. Hey, that's him, right. Here. Right. Come on. Come on. Yeah. All right. Come on. Come on, hurry up here. There you go. There you go. All right. Is he alive? Is he breathing?
Yes, sir, he's breathing.
Tell the medics. Oh, let's go.
Okay, come on,
Go on. Well done, Jack.
Oh, right, thanks. I was thinking, this blanket that the kid was wrapped in, I wondered if it could tell us anything. What do you think?
Good point. Burton? Get this to forensic.
Yes, sir, I was... Burton! Sorry, sir, I thought I saw something just then in the blanket.
It's a receipt.
Really? Has it got a name on it, sir?
Hatter's Garage, H.A. Finch.
Finch. We've got him. That's the evidence we need. It ties him in with the kid.
Lucky we found it.
You framed me. That petrol receipt. You found it in my coat pocket at the house.
I didn't find it. It was my superintendent.
But you planted it.
Mr. Finch, I know that you think you're infallible, but that petrol receipt must have fallen out of your pocket when you wrapped the kid in the blanket and stuffed him in the drainage pipe.
Oh, no. I drove to the river. I hid the child. Then I went to the petrol station. So, how else could it have got there?
Well, that's one of life's little mysteries. Are you going to make an official complaint?
You'd lie your head off.
How well you know me.
You don't understand, do you, Mr. Frost? When Coleman fired her, my wife wanted to go to the police. But he told her if she did, he'd destroy my business. So she didn't say anything. Just tore herself to pieces. And I didn't know. I didn't know any of this until I read her last letter to me.
I do understand. But to put that right, you killed one little boy. And you were prepared to let another one die. So you'll forgive me if I don't lose any sleep. Good night, Mr. Finch.